The following story was submitted by a former security officer at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. I worked in the security department at the Golden Nugget Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas for a couple of years. I wrote all of the incident reports, which was a fast track to management. During my time as a report writer, I saved the company millions of dollars in litigation, introduced more efficient methods, strengthened the department's reputation and relationship amongst other key departments, and even trained other officers. The only thing that seemed to keep me from an assistant manager role was my own willingness to apply. When I finally did apply, I nailed the interview. Security Director Daniel Leith was also impressed by how well I interviewed. He clearly did not expect me to be qualified for the job, but my qualifications didn't change his plan. See, Leith came from the Cosmopolitan, a Las Vegas hotel from which a lot of Golden Nugget's executive team came. He brought several of his managers with him, but since there weren't managerial positions available, he had to hire them as officers to start. Leith had told me that the reason why I couldn't be promoted was because he had already promised the position to one of his old friends from the Cosmopolitan as a condition of his employment, and it wouldn't be fair to change that now. Perhaps Daniel Leith, security director at the Golden Nugget, was right. Perhaps it wouldn't have been fair to make his former security manager wait because this was a condition of his employment. But you know what else wasn't fucking fair? Making me do a bunch of this manager's work for him because he never actually took the time to learn how Golden Nugget's system differs from the Cosmopolitan. Even though this other guy got the assistant manager title, I was still the one doing the majority of the assistant manager's work. By the way, Daniel Leith was a crooked cop who got fired for vacationing on taxpayers' money. That has nothing to do with my story. I just thought it should be known. First of all, thank you for submitting and sharing your story with us. But most importantly, thanks for pointing out that part at the end. This guy was a cop who got fired for basically stealing money from taxpayers and somehow ended up as a security director at a hotel and casino. Those two things just should not be allowed to happen. If you get fired for one thing having to do with fraud and money and etc., why would I hire you to manage security somewhere where there's a lot of money changing hands? That is kind of crazy. But also, gatekeeping is something that really disproportionately affects Black people. I did a video like a year ago about how we always get hired into these roles that are the help. We get hired as administrators, we get hired as entry-level positions, and then there's just not a lot of upward mobility for us. It's really difficult for you to want to do your best and try your hardest and put in, 5, 10, 20 years at a company when you don't think that you're getting the same opportunity to have a better life, a better job, a better title, more money as your coworkers. So thank you for sharing that. I really don't want to take too much time to talk about this myself because you guys are welcome to discuss it in the comments down below. But I want to hear your thoughts about gatekeeping, about just this person in general being able to do that job, or any other similar situations that you might have faced. Thanks for listening.